finally made it to the New England card show. This week I was a little bit worried, not gonna lie. Hurricane Ian hit Florida. Orlando was slightly out of the eye. We didn't get a direct impact, so it wasn't too bad. They ended up opening up the airport last night, and I only had a little bit of a delay this morning getting to the show with my flight. So with that being said, I'm gonna take you around the show. Let's find some deals and let's make it happen. So I actually left my camera at the booth. Apologize, guys, but I made 2 small deals, total for 110. This Griffey that you guys are about to see, I paid 50 for, and in the vintage lot with the Aaron Judge rookie, 60. Take a look.
That's cool. That's really cool. I want to give it a New England card show. Just want to set up a couple of things going on today during the day. I'll negotiate something.
You weren't kidding.
No.
He is trying to clean me out.
I buy a lot of vintage, so.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Those over there.
I know, but that's what you would say. Take a look at that man on
I got this stuff. Want me to take those?
Add one more to my stack and I should be good over
Sorry,
here.
what's up?
So I'm gonna add one more to my stack
Sure.
and I should be good on this side.
Take your time.
All right.
You set?
Yeah, let's do your side and then I'll go over there and grab some more stuff.
All right. Yeah, let me see what we got going on. 7, 18. That's what I both think. Just gonna add them slowly.
Sounds good.
250, 475.
That's when they were like making a song. That's when they were asked to. Yes.
Do you want me to add them all, or just these?
Just add them all.
Just add them all?
And we'll figure out from there.
Because that's where you are with those.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys saw that massive deal is going on. Well, didn't end up finishing it now. We're gonna come back to it later today when the show ends or early tomorrow morning, but pretty close. It's really headlined by that T207 Walter Johnson in a 4, which is absolutely incredible. Plus a few other cards in there that I like. Mel Ott, Galladay, Jimmy Fox Galladay, and also the Grover Alexander Caramel. I mean, but this is a giant haul. With that being said, I'm tabling right now for a little bit. I did one short, quick lap. Didn't really look through everything, but I wanted to make a few more sales over here.
Big buy this time.
Just bought this Tim Duncan for 20 bucks from Breakout Cards. Appreciate it. Great guy to work with. Highly recommend listening to his vlog.
A sticker for it as well. So put this wherever you want, and then where would you sign it?
Like maybe like right here, kind of in a small spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to send the sticker?
No, can go somewhere else.
So right here, you said?
That's perfect.
Take a look at your rookie bets.
Walking around, so I locked everything.
No worries. And is that stack underneath mutual all vintage, or is it?
It's just like Jeter. It's nothing crazy.
Okay.
That actually goes for more than
Pretty sure that's been closely comparable to closer to 300 lately. So.
How are you?
Get yourself.
think this bet's going to be perfect for trade night. Won World Series championships with both the Red Sox and the Dodgers, on track to make the Baseball Hall of Fame. And he's almost an all-star every single year. So getting it a little bit under comps was the right move on this card.
I actually sold all that stuff I just showed you. I sold most of that in the last 2 illegal shows that I did. I sold this. The guy walked in. It was funny. I saw him. He had 2 big tokens, right? He had 2 side by side. I saw him walk in. I go, "So you want to play that? Baseball, Pokemon, basketball, football. That's it. Take one of each."
All right, let me know what I owe you. How much was it?
125.
125.
Come to 159. I'll be good.
Let's do it. So close out lot for 125, highlighted by 3 cards. We have the Juice rookie, which is a pretty killer one. Then we got a Jerry Kuzman O-Pee-Chee 69. You guys know his rookie card with Nolan Ryan. Kuzman was actually a pretty decent player, and you just don't see O-Pee-Chees that often. Pretty good shape as well. And then followed by a 1954 Larry Doby, which presented it well.
They are fun. They're fun.
Right. Everybody's like, everybody.
Alright guys, so I was looking through a showcase and I noticed these 2, Mantle and Bob Gibson. I thought they looked pretty nice from far away, but sometimes with the raw vintage, if they look really nice, it could be fake. So I decided to pull them out over here, and they are fake. So first thing on this one, I didn't even need my loop or black light. The texture is way off on this card, and the color is as well if you examine it a little bit closer. But as soon as you feel it, it's not correct. It's a little bit closer. And the same thing happened with the Bob Gibson over here too. Put that back in here. So you guys can see, like from far away, doesn't look too bad, but when you get a little bit closer, the details are off. And it's the same thing, just does not feel right, and the printing is completely off. Again, if you're going to spend a lot of money on raw vintage, make sure you use a loop and make sure you use a black light, and test it with another common to make sure the texture is 100% correct. And we have another 3rd fake here too of the Carl Yastrzemski. The dealer ended up buying a lot, and all 3 of them were in there, but you guys can turn it over the back and kind of see the small details on this one. You can see it on camera how it is fake. So we're gonna do a black light test. So first off, this is Adobe, right? You see like a little bit brightness, but not too much.
Oh.
See the 9-day difference between the 2?
Yep.
Barely, way bright. Same with these other 2 cards. See those here? Very little. And usually you're supposed to take them out of the case, but with a lot of these fakes, I mean, like even look at the backs. You can see how they crack on the backs. I don't know how well this is showing on the video, but they have a cracked effect, which that is not the case on these compared to like a real back over here. Way different. The other thing, I'm helping that one dealer out, showing him why his cards were fake. It's really unfortunate. I feel bad in those situations because obviously someone put some of their capital into getting some cards, but the education is pretty important. But I also ended up picking up this Larry Doby from his table. Now this is authentic, and I paid $40 for it. Speaking of fake cards, if you guys want to learn more about how to spot fake cards like the 3 I just showed you, make sure to grab my book, Spotting Fakes, on Amazon. And do you use PayPal or Venmo or any of that?
Oh, PayPal.
PayPal, perfect. So we're gonna get these 2 for $500. Don't see them often, the 64 stand-ups.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know the batter-ups from 34 to 36 and the O-Pee-Chees from 37, kind of similar with that with the cutout in the center of them. And then the backs of these are blank, but Koufax and Mace, really, really cool cards. So once again, back in the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's here a few months ago. Trade night is going to be back in there, but up first we have a panel. So I'm going to take you guys in. You guys can see the room that we're going to be presenting in at the front. So in between these doors right over here. And check this out. So it is quite early. We're going to be speaking in like 30 or 40 minutes, but we're going to be going up here to the front of the stage. You guys can check out the view.
I think most of you guys might know, some of you might not, actually started out a card show at the VFW in New Britain, Connecticut. And what he did was he had a vision and, you know, just to add another card show to the area, and what he was able to do was turn it into the biggest card show in Connecticut. It's now 65 tables once a month, and even beyond that, he had the vision of starting the New England Card Show here in Springfield. So hopefully it's going to continue to grow. Hopefully the hobby is going to continue to grow. I'm super excited about the things we have lined up tonight. The first thing, did you want to play the video? I know you started playing the video before. We're going to play the video a second time.
Let's play at the VFW. Collectors and buyers from near-end cards came to the first ever trading card.
Give me a second here. First show, I just hand this over to you so you can just hand it to you.
Thank you.
First show in New Britain, didn't know any vendors. And Big Smitty remembers me walking around every show in New England trying to get people to show up. And we had 65 people show up at the first show, right? And Chuck was the first vendor that really kind of took me under his wing and said, hey, you got something here, you got to build it right, you got to treat the collector right, you got to treat every vendor right. And he's kind of guided me in the last 2 years. Been on the phone with him a couple times, a couple different scenarios. How would you handle it? And Chuck would kind of walk me through it and get me to where I am today. So I really appreciate Chuck and everyone that showed up today. I really appreciate everybody, all the collectors, all the vendors, to help us build this to what it's at. Because without the vendor and the collector, we don't have a show. So I want to present Chuck as the first inductee to the New England Card Show Hall of Fame, our first vendor. So congratulations, Chuck. Good job.
I want to say that we want you guys that are sitting in the audience in the seats to be just as important as the people that are sitting up here on the panel. Hopefully we're going to get some good Q&As going, some comments going. If anyone has something that they want to add, I'll be checking out the audience. You could quickly raise your hand and I'll get to you as soon as the next person is finished talking. But we have a great panel that has been handpicked by John. So I wrote down names just in case I didn't, you know, mess up anyone. So we have Big Smitty. Big Smitty, come on up. We have Ryan from Breakout Cards. We have Murph from Murph's Card Town. And we have Jake from 90s B-Ball Cards. Give him a round of applause, guys. Give him a round of applause.
What? I guess.
So I think there are 3 mics up here, so you guys might have to kind of share, because I ain't giving up this mic. So this hobby talk panel, we really wanted to call it and have the theme of being the hobby rebound. And I think because, you know, obviously we're in the Hall of Fame, and you know, we had the big spike, the big boom that happened in the hobby, you know, in the last 18 months or so. And then we've been on a bit of a downslide, and it does feel like hopefully things are moving up in the right direction and starting to rebound. So that was a theme that I think we kind of wanted to go with tonight.
No, I definitely agree on like building a network and searching different places, whether you're going to an auction house, which is a really good resource for rare cards, especially on like the vintage or pre-war side of things. You're not always going to have the opportunity to buy it at a card show. Some of that stuff is like under 10 or 20 of them out there that have been graded, and a lot of them are also in lifelong collectors who don't want to grade cards, but they're in like binders on their shelves, and they're never going to be out there for sale. So you really have to check out the different auction houses and other marketplace, but also like connecting with collectors. I'm in a few different Discord groups, and we all talk like, this is what I'm looking for. and I have people overseas, whether it's like Portugal or Brazil, that are looking for specific sticker cards in my non-sports PC, and if they find that type of stuff, they'll send it over. But like with comping stuff, I'm a vintage guy. There's a lot more to it than just the numerical grade of things. A lot of people today will look at something and say, oh, this is a 7, 8, or 9. This is the value of it. But there's a lot more to it than just that. First off, like a lot of vintage collectors look at the eye appeal side of things. So eye appeal wise, at least for me, number one thing is going to be centering. Because I don't really want to have a card in my PC that is way off centered. There are exceptions on stuff that you can't locate for a few years, but most of the time I'd like to have something centered. Then obviously like color and other things like that, edges. I mean, you could go into a lot more details, but that's at least it for me.
All right,
I'll take a look.
You guys came to the hobby club. We got a raffle ticket put in the box. We'll be starting that soon. Yeah. They're all collected. We'll be starting soon. So guys, have fun. There's a bar in the corner. We also have free kids packs for the kids who did not get one yet. And yeah, enjoy your night. Raffle will be starting soon.
It's like Curtis that killed it.
Hello? Guys, if you have a raffle ticket, please give us the NPs. They're over here by the big monitor. So if you haven't given us, please give us the end of the raffle ticket. We'll be starting soon.
So what game is this too? Do you know? Like it's
Earl Wilson no-hitter.
Got it. Oh man, you had the Trout Black there too. Yeah. That's a huge card.
You kind of like push the corner down before they
even if you don't have them here, those are the Ryans that I'm looking for.
What grades are you looking for?
Just raw.
Shoot me a message because I literally get in stuff so fast and out. Like I'm always getting this stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's probably, you know, in my price range, we're probably looking at the to round out the 70s right now. So.
Yeah,
That was like I was going through my.
I go to shows. Oh shit, sorry. I go to shows every.
It's in no order.
I go to shows every weekend, so
I had one when I was.
Usually just do bulk sales during the week.
Are you from Massachusetts?
I'm from Orlando.
My parents moved and they were like, "Get this out of our attic," and then that was like. I had to kill my mom after that, but it was worth it.
All the K-Line auto hasn't sold that well. For some reason. Are you an Al K-Line fan or just?
No, I think I got that in a random team break.
The Rizzo as well, or the?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were pointing the Rizzo.
Oh no, the Diamond Icons I got in random hit. I think it was in. You know, that's first year Diamond Icons.
Can you take some Venmo PayPal?
All right, so just close this trade. I ended up trading away this Mickey Mantle 1966. In return, I got this Kershaw autograph. It's a 2010 from Ginter. Had this card a few times, and then also $20 cash. There you go.
Deal. Love it. All right.
We're gonna trade right now. Some stuff I'm interested in. We have a 56 Maze, 52 Campy, and then also a really nice centered 57 Mantle. It's a 1. I mean, you can see the little rip right there, but pretty clean card. Just completed a 3-for-3 trade. I also got 100 cash. What I gave away was the Harry Hooper E120 as well as the stand-up Koufax, which is a tough card to get away, but you know, it's super unique, but kind of cool out there. And also an Aaron Judge, a 1960 rookie card. In return, I ended up picking up a Campy as well as a 1957 Mickey Mantle and a 1 that's great centered, and also a 56 Willie Mays. Check it out. Over it. And then it's set. And that is a wrap for New England Card Show day number 1. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be buying that full vintage card lot and also setting up as a dealer.